Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Mario Kart's World! We've been doing a lot in this game. We've been playing a lot of this game. It's been super fun. We've like done some Grand Prix, some knockout tours, some free roam, some time trials, getting 3 stars and all of those things. But now it's time to stop playing the game. It is now time to stop playing the game. It is now time to watch other people play the game instead. Because today we are going to be watching world records. Stingbee, what are you doing? Stingbee's breaking the speed limit, which is what we're going to be seeing on people today. Hey y'all. So, as this game is very nice for us, if we go into our time trials, we're apparently taking the turn on the robo bike. What we can do this, right? We can go to view rankings and just watch the people at the top, right? We can do this and just like download the data and then go watch people's shit. We can do that very, very easily to see all the world records, which is very nice. But what we're going to start with, today instead is this. I put it on the wrong thing. This! We have a playlist here, thanks to Mikey. Mikey has put together a playlist of the first world records. Of all of the different tracks. So, given that this game has so much tech in it, get out of here and do watch guys. We just finished watching you. Given that this game has a god-awful amount of tech in it, it has an absurd amount of tech. This is going to be the type of thing where people have learned a lot of new shit as time has gone on. So we're going to do a comparison here of, we're going to watch the original world records from day one of all the tracks, and then we're going to watch what they are now. It's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to alternate one by one, but like to watch this one, to watch Mario Bros. Circuit day one and then watch Mario Bros. Current. It's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to do that. And also, I want to see like all of the slow ones and then see all the fast ones together. I feel like seeing all like, I don't know how fast this shit's going to get or how crazy it's going to get. So I feel like watching all of the day one ones is going to give me a baseline of what to expect. And then that baseline will be fucking destroyed by the current world records. So I think it'll be a much more interesting because if I watch Mario Bros. Circuit and then watch the current day one now, then I'll be like, oh, okay, people have gotten really good. So then the day one ones are going to seem less lame. Are going to seem more lame for all the others. So our plan is we're going to watch just all the day one ones, and then we're going to watch the world records, because people want me to see this. I have already seen in thumbnails on YouTube that this is a type of content that people are doing for this game. And it's the type of thing that I'm interested in seeing, because from my more casual perspective of this, I am not getting into this game the way that I've gotten into some previous Mario Karts. I just don't have the time for it right now, more than anything. But just from what I've played of the game, holy shit, tech in this game is going to be a lot. So what people can push it to is what I'm excited to see. Yeah, and people are also doing speedruns, which is, again, nothing that I just don't have the time for. So we're just going to, like, let these play and just see what happens. And I'm now giving YouTube money, so we won't have ads for this. Well, actually, I'm currently not giving them money. I got the first month for free. I want that ad-free YouTube, baby. So yeah, this I learned about. Go in here. Whee! Oh, you got an extra little mini turbo on there. Okay, charge jump immediately onto that. Nice. And, I mean, this is Mario Bros. Circuit. Okay, what the fuck? Bro, come on. Okay. We already have people being a smartass. Okay, I'm gonna get an extra trick and just like take the inside corner even more by just jumping over the edge. That is step 1, learn levitation. What the fuck? Oh my god, that is... Again, it's just one of those things of how little speed you must be gaining. Also, I'm noticing that they're avoiding even the jump on the ramp there. Also, currently, this is day 1. So this playlist that Mikey has, this is day 1 records of everything. We're gonna watch all the day 1s and then compare it to current, the current records after that. Because the current ones I can do in game. No, this is pre-tech. That's why we're doing this. Because I want to see I want to see how much tech people have picked up in this game compared to when it launched. I want to see that comparison. But you notice here, not taking the jump because you go in the air and you slow down. It's this really weird dynamic that this game has of going into the air is bad, but also going into the air gets you tricks. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to just change the volume on this a lot. Alright, Yoshi in Crown City. Love the Crown City music. It's loud. It is loud. Okay, yeah, just finding ways to cut through the streets so far. Nice trick. Yeah, it's the interesting dynamic of like what shortcuts in this game are going to be like, because going into the air is something you can do so frequently, and there's so much shit you can do by going into the air. But also, going into the air is slower. So if you go into the air, you gotta go into the air with a purpose. Like, I can already see one difference that Yoshi's making there. Yoshi's jumping too rapidly, I think, on the rails there, for the boosts. From my understanding, you want to have the almost the entire mini turbo go off before you jump again on a railing. Because if you're using some of that boost while you're in the air, it's slower. So I think he's jumping too rapidly, but this is before like we learned all of that. And also the extra tricks. I don't think they speed you up or slow you down. Though those ones were front flips, so maybe they landed faster. So yeah, you can see immediately going down as fast as possible to get back onto the road. But yeah, I think those jumps are too rapid. From my understanding of how it works, those jumps are too rapid. Whee! Music is fun. So it feels like you should be able to do something with that building to get by faster. Maybe? That was mainly just optimized racing lines. Mainly just optimized racing lines on that one. Oh yeah, we do have names, by the way. So this is Tyler. This is Tyler, and now we're on Stop Or Stop Stop It. Right, yeah, right, people who do this have names. Similar to how I try to start. I don't do it as fancy, but yeah. I guess you're just trying to get a lot of coins there. Oh, so you don't even use the mushroom. Yo! People learned that day 1? Fucking hell. Damn! I'll be honest, this section here, going down here, when I'm playing, I have no idea what's faster. But that's gonna be way faster for a mushroom. Okay. Yeah, the ability to take a shortcut, a mushroom shortcut, without needing a mushroom, because you just ride the walls on it, is fucking wild. I assume this path thing is just to get more coins. Like, you just jump there, fucking, oh my god. That's badass as hell. That's so cool. Can I play one of the baby characters? People really like playing the baby characters. Though I think for stats, it's probably because they're probably better. When it comes to world records, people play the characters for the stats. Whee! So again, I feel like, aren't those two rapid? Whee! Whee! See, that's schmexy. That's schmexy as hell right there. That is just a really wild-ass approach to taking. Okay, so this is easy to get to the rail at the start with high handling. Ah, okay. Yeah, because you got to turn really quickly to do that, yeah. Alright, we have Ace on DK Spaceport. I have a feeling, I feel like DK Spaceport is going to be one of those ones where the fastest thing is disappointingly normal. I feel like the secret of this track is that most of the tech that it has is actually slower than just going in a straight fucking line. First world record movement plays Cal, which is the best. Hell yeah! Hell yeah. So you get airborne there, which feels like it might slow you down, but it might be also, you get coins. So like, you're also, like, this is a lot of airtime, but it's also coins. It is also coins. And now we're gonna start boosting this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. This is the part where taking any of the ramps on the side is actually just slow. Because it's airtime. One of those tracks that, like, a lot of the different pathways is more so about the multiplayer aspect. Rail grinds constantly there. Like this section here, you can do a lot of wall grinds in this section. None of it's faster. All your wall grinds here, they're not faster. They're just ways of getting out of the hazards. I feel like the only reason the railing is not faster in this section is because of the ramps and the railings. Yeah. Yeah, pretty basic. It's as I wondered. Japanese name I can't read. But now we're in dry desert. No, what's the way we'll jump take a mushroom shortcut? Yeah. Again, I think it personally makes it more interesting for the game. For the game that is so focused on parkour. To have that element of, but the going in the air is slower. Like, to work out the fastest way to get through a track, it is not just a case of do the most tricks, get the most, like, take the most jumps or anything like that. It's, no, you gotta work out what's actually faster and what isn't. Like, going into the air is useful for what it can offer you. Just the tricks alone are not enough. Because, like, you get a boost going into the air. You get a boost, like, doing wall rides for your mini turbos. But even that's not enough to make up how slow you are just going into the air at all. Yeah, once again, nothing super ridiculous here. Some of the tracks I just don't think are going to have some ridiculous stuff. Because I'd have to wonder there, it's like, will people work out how to, like, do wall jumps over that so they can use the mushroom, like, somewhere down here? Don't know. No idea. Alright, we have Loris and Shy Guy Bazaar. I feel like Shy Guy Bazaar can do a lot. Based on my little play arounds with this and also just seeing the pathways that even the NPCs take, I feel like this one's gonna have a lot. This one scares me. Where the fuck are you going? Bro, what? What? That's how you get up there? That wasn't even a mushroom. And you get coins there. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. And so only the first one's like super. What the fuck? That's cool. So that whole thing that I was doing down there is not even like worth it. I learned that trick down there where you wall ride, like where you jump onto one railing and wall ride. And it turns out, no, you don't even do that. Okay, so you went onto that pathway the first time, I assume, for the coins then. I assume that's the idea. Take that path over that side for the coins the first time. Fucking Christ. Yeah, people worked that out pretty quickly of how to launch over there. I feel like Airship Fortress has got to have a crazy day one as well. Because I learned the transfer trick like at the very start of the course from me labbing out like for like 10 minutes. So surely people figured that out on day one as well. Surely people figured out the transfer on day one. Unless it turns out it's not actually faster. Bixo. Warrior Stadium. See, this one, like, there's the wall grinds up there. There's the other thing that I found. What's actually faster? This is one of those, another one of those ones. So you gotta, like, do shit to, like, work out what is actually faster. Oh. So you don't take the big jump. That's clever. So you don't have to do the massive leap at the end of it because it's slower to go in the air. And yeah, okay, yeah, this is faster, yeah. Yeah. Better handling Kart, better than what I was using. Why, that makes it a lot easier to turn there. So you take the first jump normally, but then this one you want to wall ride. Interesting. Is the first one small enough? Might be. Parasites, yeah, a bunch of others that, I think over the babies that have the same stats. Oh! Not taken up there again? Do you only go up there for the coins the first time? Is it actually not faster? Huh. Only for the wow. The idea that, oh yeah, right up the wall to get onto a railing that takes an inside turn, but only do it for the coins though, it's actually slower, is fucking wild as shit. But I can see a similar approach to what I was doing. In terms of like making sure that jump over there. Like, you take that jump in a particular way to avoid as many ramps as possible. And then, yeah, front flip so you lands faster. Because front flips land you faster than... Like, back flips give you airtime, front flips decrease your airtime. But you back flips there. I don't know. Alright, technical. Did people work out the transfer on day one? / is it faster? It's heading to the left, I can already see it. Yeah! Let's go! Hell yeah! Oh, and you jumped early. Okay, yep. Hell yeah! This track's not even the same fucking track with that shit. Like, Airship Fortress is finally back. And you race on it so fucking different because that beginning section just completely transforms what the beginning of the track even is about. It's not the same track anymore because of it. But yeah, similar thing to what I was doing where you get the boost off of one jump to give you the speed so you can make the transfer over. Fuck yes. That is so badass. That's terrifying. Getting those railings is definitely faster, but having to be careful about like which railing you go onto and transferring at the right time so you don't get burned. That is terrifying at the end there. So yeah, you jump off there, you get the boost, and boom! Yeah, and there's the jump early to land on that railing really nice. And then just jump off there to line up the perfect drift into the next one. Like, holy shit, it's so cool. I mean, I obviously love Airship Fortress, but seeing that this is now what Airship Fortress is so cool. It's so cool that's now what this track is. No other, like, super crazy stuff, but that crazy shit that Airship Fortress has is a good, like, quarter of the lap. For, like, one single connected series of tricks. Alright. DK Pass by Arco. I feel like this one's gonna have a lot of world records broken in it. Because this ascent, there's like a billion things you can do. And I feel like people are just gonna work out what's actually faster. So did people not work out pole jump on day one? Or is pole jump worked out on day one to not even be faster? Because there's a pole jump there. I know that, I've seen people do that. But surely people worked that out day one. The NPC does it, I'm pretty sure, on the Staff Coast. This is very tame. They did, but this was, their first on the playlist. Okay. Okay. Because this is a very safe one. And some of them might just end up being that. Some of them might be, yeah, there's a whole bunch of tricks you can do, but no one can work out how to optimize it in a way that's better than just good racing lines. Oh, that A1 reaction videos had them pole jumping? Well, the thing is, like, I've seen the pole jump because I saw it because, like, the NPC does it. So, like, I am aware that it's a thing. NPCs do. I saw NPCs do that in the normal race when I was doing mirror mode. When I was doing mirror mode to get 3 stars, NPCs would do that in the middle of a normal racetrack. So, yeah, that's one of those baked in, like, starter examples that have the NPCs do to teach people. Yeah, like, I don't expect every racetrack to be, oh, a bunch of parkour tricks to get around everywhere like that. Because I don't want the parkour tricks to completely invalidate the core fundamentals of, like, what Mario Kart time trials have been since, like, 7. Which is, like, drifting lines. Making sure you take good drifts to both get good racing lines and also just good mini-turbos. I don't want that part of Mario Kart to disappear. So I'm okay if it doesn't always replace it. Anyway, this was, I think, School Light, it said. On Starview Peak. This is actually, like, this is a very pretty track, and I'm really excited to explore this track specifically in Free Room. But as an actual course, it is one of the most basic in the game. Railguns for a little bit, of course. Yeah, this is one of the most basic tracks in terms of track design out of all of them. It's pretty as hell. Ah, nice. Just avoiding the water as much as possible by racing on the, like, very outskirt of it. That's clever. But yeah, every Mario Kart game needs its tracks that are simpler for people to get accustomed to, but also tracks that are just more focused on like the battling. So I don't know if you need as many of those in this because of the connected tracks. I don't know if you need as many tracks that are as simple. That's what I did when I had them avoid the water since it's usually slower. Yeah, the idea that just land here because you're still getting the boost. Because you can see the lines are still appearing there. Like, the speed lines are still showing on the camera. So, you're still getting the boost that that section of the track naturally gives you. It's like when you go up to the top of Bowser's Castle. Or, like, 90% of Rainbow Road. Where it makes your car just drive faster. But you still get it even if you're not in the water. Which is the fun way of doing that. It's interesting that that's not done here, though. Like, they get those boosts first. Might just be because lining up for that boost there, it's better anyways. Lining up for that boost might just be better anyway. Well, simple track, but the fact that you can, like, run the outside of that, there's still some cool tech there. Yeah, probably for lining it up. Garnchan on Sky High Sunday. Will this have the inner track thing that I worked out at the end? Slash, is it faster? There's some tech that I would. This bit, like, this is a section where it's like, I have no idea what the fuck is meant to be faster though. It's one of the things I think it's what makes that. Okay, you're doing that. It's one of those things about Mario Kart World where it's just, you've got so many more options in terms of what to do that just working out what is faster in of itself like requires a lot of effort. Like in previous games, you could drift. Yeah, okay, yeah. Multiple tricks on the wall? Clever. Because in this, it's just like, oh, like best racing lines, try and take those. It's like, best racing lines, do you wall grind, do you rail grind? Do you take airtime? Do you not take airtime? There's so many more variables of what you can do at any given time that it makes time trial so interesting in this, comparatively. Whee! Well, even little optimizations of just, oh, make sure you land on the railing at the end there. I'll jump off of here and then, like, just trick across. Because fuck it. Hell yeah. Sky's on is such a glow up. It really did. It is definitely like... It almost feels like this track was made with Mario Kart World mechanics in mind, but was released in Mario Kart 8 first for some reason. I mean, also just visually. This was early in the booster pass, so like this one definitely looks visually a lot better. But one of those board tracks is one of the most fun. That's what I mean. It feels like it was designed around this game's mechanics more so. But I also like how the coins are basically making a system where it's not time trial is not 3 laps of the exact same laps, because the laps will look different because of the coins. So I do appreciate that. Baby Blooper Bowser. Okay. That's where you use the... Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I was just like immediately expecting, oh, you use the mushroom on there. Is that fast? Oh, no, more points. I was about to say, is that faster? Points. Because you want to invest in coin stocks really early. Do you go at the top? Not at the top, but you do get a rail grind to get some extra speed. Okay, yeah. And then we go from one railing to the next, so you just skip all of the water entirely. Okay, yeah. Of course. Into the rail grind. Nice. Yeah, I thought they were going to use the mushroom at the end, but I guess, yeah, here, you can cut off a lot of that circle. Because you're also leaping into the next section with it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Fortunately, that pipe there doesn't get used. Okay, yeah, you just went up to the top of the coins. Previous turn. Whee! Whee! Gotta get some more grinds. Whee! So funny that half of the tech is just like working out how to avoid the water. Very funny that's half of the tech that they're doing here. Whee! You can also definitely see how, like, getting some coins is worth it, but not, like, maxing out coins. Just get what coins you can get on the first lap that don't slow you down that much, just so you're faster for the next 2 laps. But don't worry about capping out coins unless it will naturally happen. Whee! Badass as hell. Yeah! Alright, ZMK, Koopa Troopa Beach. Will this have tech? Can this have tech? Again, another case of the track that exists more so for the multiplayer aspects than anything else. Tech, make the left turn good. Yeah, not much else is there. This is very much a just have good racing lines. And there's not many of them to have anyways. Yeah, definitely a multiplayer focus track. Basic SNES scores. This game does have 2 of those. Faraway Oasis. I didn't actually. There was a lot on screen just then. This is Josh AR. Okay. When we watch the current ones, I will read out the time of the old one to compare it to see how many seconds have been saved comparatively. A lot of Bowser. I imagine Bowser's the fastest character. So if you don't need the stats of another character to do tricks, I imagine you just take Bowser. Yeah, you do that as, okay, yeah. So that's something I worked out. Trying to connect it all is, like, was hard for me to learn. But getting that, yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff here where it's just like, I definitely got some of this, like, realized some of this tech on day 1 myself. Not necessarily, like, pulling it off to as well as they are. But in my time trial episode, like time trial stream that I did, there's definitely some of these techs that I'm just like, is also stuff that I learned. Yeah, high speed, lowest acceleration. Though I jumped all the way to that railing and jumped off that railing, where they're going on the ground. But getting that splash to get you out of the water there to get onto the top here, that is something I was trying to do on there. Only super heavyweight since they shot the metalheads in Morton. I'm just surprised DK's not the same way. I guess DK's redesign has lost a little bit of weight compared to his redesigned counterpart. DK Legacy coming up. Stay tuned. DK Legacy starting in a couple of weeks. Get ready for that. Yeah, I rail grinded on that side, on mine. But yeah, getting the natural splash out of the water there is just so satisfying. Like, just the natural bounce out of the water that you get, letting you, like, be able to reach the railing is really nice. Really, really nice. Treasure Tracker! Yeah, a lot of stuff I learned on day one there. Not the one over there. Real Big G on Peach Stadium. Will doing any of the ridiculous crazy shit at the top actually be faster? I feel like the answer is gonna be no. You mushroom here, there's just no way you don't. It's too big of a shortcut. But will any of the crazy shortcut tech here actually be better than just going on the race? You just take it normally. Going on the roof is not faster. Going on the roof is not faster at all. Even if you make it onto that railing there, you're not faster. 3 XL, 3 handling, 9 speed, 9 weight. DK is 4, 4, 8 mean. Okay. So only slightly better on some of those. Oh, okay. Just get a couple rail grinds in. Again, in case of charge jump's worth it because it leads to something. Really funny that the actual extra tech here is like, you can go on the roof there, you get extra jumps, you can like land on this railing that takes a super tight turn. It's not faster. It's not faster. You're gonna be one of those things where it's a multiplayer shortcut. It's a multiplayer shortcut if your opponents aren't optimizing their speed on the ground. You'd be on a railing, you'd be getting more boosts. And also, you're out of the way of the items. The baby's always been bigger. Goomba 992 and 3. Wow. Yeah, so actual note, yeah, a track devoid of tech. The tech is slower, it turns out. And Swoop? Everyone here's playing Baby Peach? I don't think we're saying Baby. It's like we're saying Baby Rosalina and Daisy. I don't know, we're saying Baby Peach. 9933. I mean, good. Oh, Swoop's a little different. F Grats, 144 on the dot on Peach Beach. No, this is like, from what I just saw, this is 9 seconds faster than the Staff Ghost. I don't think I beat any Staff Ghost by 9 seconds. Swoop's 10 acceleration, yo, badass. Whee! Stay on the sands, cut across to get the coins from the shotguns. Ah, that's much more spot. Because now Peach Beach goes up there. I fell asleep when I got home while I was getting changed before the stream. Oops. A little tired. Again, none of the tech have gone up the top. Ah, but yeah, this. I did see that when we were in Pro Room. I think it's like, this is day one. So is like, okay, people have learned that the tech is only faster if you're doing something amazing with it. So is it a case of people are gonna learn more amazing shit to do with that tech as time goes past? Or is it just that like 90% of the time raw fundamentals are better? Which again, I don't think it's a bad thing. Because again, a lot of that tech can be for multiplayer to get you out of danger. You wall ride so you don't get hit by shells. You rail grinds to avoid shells. Or I just ain't been bumped in by people. Salty Speedway by Zins. Another one of those, what is actually faster? There's a lot of Bowser. So I just play a lot, not what? Daisy Rosalina, they have invested at 7755 versus 5577. Whee! Is this why me choosing Rosalina is a bad pick? Is me choosing Rosalina a bad pick? 5577 doesn't seem good. Well, I like Rosalina. She is a heavy character, so I should not be surprised. Worked out the tech is slower? Or not worked out to make it faster yet? Always the interesting thing that we're gonna have to say for this. Bowser's 3399. Yeah, but multiplayer, like, the stats you want from multiplayer versus, like, time trials. I usually want better acceleration for multiplayer, so when you inevitably get hit by an item, you can, like, get speed back up again. And that'll trigger that ramp up there for a second. Yeah, I guess some courses you'd probably want, like, lower top speed so you can do more of the tricks or tighter turns. Whee! Ooh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I slept poorly last night, unless I don't remember. Who's best for P-Switch missions? I'm just vibing at the musics now. One of those ones where all three laps are very, very similar. Will the... That's one where I'm curious. Will the current one have way more tech? Tree! Bowser for the bigger hitbox. Alright. Dino Jungle by Tree. Oh my god, Adult Peach. That's how do you say at the beginning here? Okay, you just actually throw it. Surely gonna cut across, right? Yeah. Bitch going on a Dino vacation. She's wearing the hat of the girl. During the fucking dinosaurs. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Section. You scraped by the feetsies! That's not faster! Why isn't Trey playing as Pokey or Beyonce? I don't know, it's a bit cruel. And whee! See, so fast they got to the second lap and the T-Rex hadn't even appeared yet. Like, just made it split the time. So many parts of this I can already see where the improvements are. Like, just in terms of, like, little basics. Whee! Probably never unlocked. Can't remember if you had to unlock Pokemon. Definitely had to unlock Beyonce. Yeah, unlocking Beyonce, definitely. I'm curious how much improvements that one will have. Hector, okay, great question mark block ruins. Here we go. Here we go. This one should be fucking insane. A lot of grass clipping and stuff. Like, how much of that is slowing them down, that last one, or is it just, like, actually faster because they're going a little faster? This one should be fucking insane. There's so much shit, like, that I discovered on here. Obviously doing this. Yeah, there's no way this is not the beginning. There's no way that's not. So how do you go about... This is the part where I'm just like... Again, so many options that I don't know. Bruh! What? What? You can just trick off the ring? How well that lines up. Okay, see, again, didn't hit the railing that time for the coin. Actually just jumping off that and wall riding off the cloud in the middle of it. As Jesus Christ. Like, this just feels satisfying. Yeah, that's one hell of a ridiculous pole jump. Yeah, so they're charge jumping off of that to make sure they get that. Yeah, they are charge jumping. It isn't just drive off the edge and you get it. They are charge jumping for it. Yeah, that's day one. I'm scared of what that's going to be now. I'm scared of what that'll be now. Hey, Bixo's back. Bixo with another day one. Noticing it's a sled for the water level. Here's your no. Anything wild here? Not rail grinding in there? Oh. I'd be getting onto that rail grind for the bridge because it would have been in a turn here. Not up the top there. Not surprised by that because you're going to use the mushroom here instead. No mushroom here. Also, before we figured out the hidden stats in the whole Excelical's mini turbo thing. Not having a controller in my hand, not playing. I mean, yeah, the mushroom there, there's just some tracks that have a really obvious mushroom spot. I expected it to be there, but it might be really hard to look at there. Or may not even be worth it as much. Okay. Sparkling water, too sparkling. And whee! I'm really sure that like going onto that railing of the bridge is not part of it. Feels like it should be. And meow! Yeah, nothing super crazy, but just seeing how clean doing all of that water tech is. Not tech, but like, I find that river, I always like go out of control when I'm going down that river. Gyarados, Dandelion Depths. She dandle on my lion till I depths. What? No railgrounds again. So many boosters. Why no grind? Everything else here is what I expect, just refined. Why is there a grind at the beginning of the track? Why are they not grinding there? Not grinding, power sliding. Why is there no power slide there? I can't work that out. Why no power slide? I am confused. It's basically never fast that's in his turn. But it's consistent here. Why? I just don't know how it would be faster. Because they're taking it a little wide as well. I've seen like the current records for that one. See if it's a similar thing, or just, yeah, you just don't. I thought the original record was this. Because they're power sliding everything else, just not that first one. And I'm like, why? I'm so confused. Alright, Ethan on Boo Cinema. I feel like Boo Cinema can't have a lot going on. Like, it's a relatively simple track. I'll stay away, don't worry about it. Mushroom there. Obviously. That seems like the, yeah. Because of his shot. You don't do it there. But then they swap around, I believe, for the next one. Well, that's what I learned on mine. Oh my god. You know, looking at these back to back. World does have a fair few relatively simple tracks. Like, it has some ridiculous ones, but there's a lot more of the, like, simpler variety than I remember there being. There you go, swap which one of those you take because they start spinning in opposite directions. So it's factory things. They get to a time where they just go, woo, and start sliding the other way. I mean, I need to get up and stretch after this. My body is fiercely wanting to fall asleep. Nothing against like what I'm watching or anything. It's just again, I fell asleep. Well, I fell asleep while I was halfway taking off my shirt when I got home. While I was sitting on my bed and I was taking off my shirt and I fell asleep in the middle of that. I was tired today. I get what you mean, but it is funny to say about track where you teleport into a movie through a theater. Aesthetically, it's really interesting, but yeah, there's a lot of track, like, the game has a lot of the parkour tech, and a lot of the parkour tech isn't used for a number of the tracks. Which, again, I'm okay with. I don't, like, I wouldn't, like, I think the game would be worse if all of the tracks in the game were heavily complicated, heavily parkour-focused tracks, because then the core of good racing lines and good drifting completely disappears. And I think that it works better as much more of a blend of the two. Anyway, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk around a little bit, probably gonna go to the bathroom while I do that. I need some physical motion to wake up my body. So I will be back in a second. Hell yeah. And we're back! Book Ruffle is here on Dry Bones Burnout. This one I'm curious about. Just because there's so... it's another one that has so many options. Like, how do you... Like, which pathways do you take in the middle of this? How do you take that section that I always struggled with after you do the big jump? Do you save your mushrooms for a really big shortcut at the end? So I went up every single time. I went up every single time. So I took the middle one. Which was probably dumb. Yeah, so where do you go here? Are you aiming for the rail grinds? Yeah, you are. Okay, yeah. Yes, rail grind into this. This makes sense. Whee! Got a lot of stuff you can do at the end there. But doesn't mean it's worthwhile though. Exploring all these tunnels is going to be very fun in free roam. I'm looking forward to this track in free roam. It's got so many tunnels and so many areas to go to. Oh, that railing that's up there. I can barely avoid it. Whee! Interesting that's like Wario, not Bowser. I don't know if there's any tricks here that are like Bowser couldn't do them in the baby loop. But at this stage, how frequently are world records broken? Like, on a track. Like, is the idea like, oh, if someone got world record now, they'd hold on to it for like at least a week? Or is like past the first month, people have held on to the world record for a couple weeks at a time? Zale on Doom Doom Deados. Ah, it is Cow! Cow on Cow track. It's perfect. It's perfect. Though not on Cow bike like the picture shows, sadly. Oh, okay. That's why you use the mushroom. Interesting. Those flips are very funny. Like, is that big jump there is not worth it. A lot of airtime, so makes sense. But not even cutting like that section there at the end? Oh. That does cut off a lot. Yeah, I guess that does cut off a lot. I was just trying to think of like comparing it to the part at the end. I was like, what if you skip the part at the end? But that does cut off a lot. But to skip all of it, they have to do a charge jump and a mushroom boost together. I do appreciate that just straight up the charge jump on the ground is something that has found its use. Like, because I know, like, because it was early on that people were just like, oh yeah, if you charge jump while you're just driving, it's wasting time, so why would you ever do it? But I'm glad, like everything else, it's like, there is a time and a place for it. Like, oh yeah, wall grinds exist. There's a time and a place for it. Charge jumps exist. There's a time and a place for it. Choco Mountain XXX Mr. Sus. We have Mr. Sus on the team here. For Choco Mountain. Do you mushroom at the start section? Not there, no. I think that's where I used up all of mine. And now I don't remember. I think I used it on the first one, not that second one. Oops. Oop. Okay, if you take that, yeah, with the boost, it's still faster to go that way. This section I always struggled with. Just because, like, to drive on the good path is so far on the outskirts. And I'm just like, there's gotta be a better way. Surely there's gotta be something you can do that's faster than that. Couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Vibing to music. I think they took the mushroom on that first turn that time. So you can't take the turn tight enough on your first lap to make it worthwhile. But on the second you can. I was too busy vibing. Ian, saving all that, is that the fastest way? Just do fundamentals. Stick to the fast part of the track, don't try to take a shortcut, don't try to be a hero. It's like, okay. Yeah, okay, so you take, yeah, you do the mushroom there. On the second and third. Now wondering, is this like, why are they called charging Chucks? Was there someone at the office called Chuck who charged around a lot? Like how Mario is like named after a landlord? Was there just like a dude in the office called Chuck who like threw around footballs in the office? Terra on the Pianta. Again, 156 to 205. Seems like a lot of these beat a staff ghost by like 9 odd seconds. Pianta. I'll never have the confidence to drive straight on that without turning off when it comes to the parts that slam down. I will never have the confidence to not be slammed. I will always turn it off to the side when they show up. It never ever stops. Not of the gutters, just mushroom across the ground. But it makes sense. Nothing crazy, but these are really good fundamentals. Like how good these try turns have been taken. This is why you always turn off. Every single time I must turn off. I mean, you didn't get slams, but you almost did. But you almost did. Stayed despite it going against you. Would it have been faster to go a little further outside to take it? Ah. Never mind. They just keep going. They're still 9 seconds faster than the staff ghost. Why do they care? Day 1 record, not perfect. Once again, 37 to 28. Bowser's Castle. What do they do at the start here? Here's the question. What do they do at the start here? I learned a lot of things that you can do at the start here. What are they? They go up the top. Okay. Okay. Is that because they didn't work out the one that the staff ghost did, or is that faster? I feel like it's gonna get faster than that, though. Oh, hell yeah, the end is playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Whee! Mushroom there, doesn't make sense. Now, was that top half because of coins? Are you taking the other top half? Yeah, you're taking the other top half for more coins. Yeah. Stand awake, don't worry about that. I feel like this character doesn't fit the music of this stage. It should be Rocky Wrench. Music goes so hard, it should be Rocky Wrench. Is going on top faster than the middle because you just cut off so much time in the middle? Because again, there was the thing of like riding on the inside of that turn that we saw the NPC do for the trials. Which, like, surely if you're beating the staff ghost, you'd see the staff ghost do that. So I'd assume what that option has to on what the NPC option is. I'm just surprised that's the fastest one. I'm just surprised it's faster. Duel's base character pick. But that music goes so hot though. Oh right. Acorn Heights! Grooving in music again. Now this was probably the hardest one for me to beat the Staff Ghost. Actually, wait, before that, How much did you beat the Staff Ghost by? Fucking 12. Holy, okay. There's gotta be some huge shit. This was the hardest one for me to beat the Staff Ghost, and when I did, I barely beat the Staff Ghost. This is one of the biggest clears ahead of the Staff Ghost. Okay. For me, this just felt like one of the Staff Ghost ones that was attuned the most to, like, the path that I was taking and just taking it very well. Yeah, get that time for the coins. I'm not seeing much majorly different. Like, I cut across there. Jumping from here to here, I would always land on this part. But then going on to this, I usually went onto that top one there. So let's slow you down because you fall for so long off the top. But boosting through there, taking this one and doing like the triple transfer. How is this 12 seconds faster than what I did? See, this just feels like someone who's 10 seconds better than I am, because it's not like they found a major, massive shortcut that's saving them, like, shitloads of time comparatively. They're doing very similar to what I did. It's just refined. Immensely so. I don't know. I don't even... I watched that. I don't even know how it was faster. Maybe just the car pick. Might have been the car pick, better boosts, got around corners faster compared to what I did. I don't even know. Well, as I watched that one, I'm just like, I didn't take like there's like one plant route that I didn't take. It is the meta car. That is true. Sorry, where? Parabiti Butt is so see-through that I was looking at this and I didn't even see the wings. And I'm just like, why did Parabiti Butt appear as an apple core? I'm tired. I saw this! And because of the see-throughness, I couldn't even tell there was wings here. So all I saw was this red outline here. And I'm just like, why is an apple core driving the car? It's Parabiti Butt. I'm tired. This is another, like, SNES style course. So, again, it comes down to raw racing lines. But being point to point, I think it makes it a bit more interesting. Because it's not just find the one spot that's best to use a mushroom. Use two there? There's so many can drive an apple can. Oh, just use the mini turbo, just force it through that one. Interesting. You've still got one of the... This is why I wish we had feather shock, like feather time trials. Feather time trial across that shit. Come on, that'd be so good. There, okay. I'm trying to use 2-on-1. That feels very resource intensive. Not being able to take an entire extra shortcut because you're using 2-on-1 shortcut. Oh! Oh, right, because Peach Stadium. super precise cut I saw online. Hopefully that'll be in the world records here. I was about to say, wait a minute, where's Peach Stadium? We saw Peach Stadium earlier. Look, when I've been doing it in order, I do Peach Stadium before Rainbow Road, because the Peach Stadium that you do in the first time it comes around in the cup is you don't go onto the actual track. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, the super precise one. Hopefully it's there for the not in this one. I mean, like when we watch the current ones, because these are still all day one ones. So if there's a super precise cut when we get back to Super Mario Circuit, we can see it. So the thing is, this track is cool. I love this track. I find racing on this track very fun. I don't know how much of a crazy trick track it is. There's not been as many edge tricks. We saw an edge trick at the beginning, and just then. We've not seen many others. Not on day one. That's the glorious thing about the time trials, though. Because you're not racing against anyone, because it's no, like, there's no failing if you, like, have to retry. Then you just do all the best stuff all the time. But as you race people online, hey, there we go. But racing people online, it'd be a case of, I can try this, but if I don't get it to work, I can lose. Which I'll be honest, I haven't played online. I feel like that's part of like the, ooh, mushroom there. I feel like that, do you use one here as well? To get that one? No. I feel that might be part of the charm of like racing connected tracks online. Only doing one lap at the end of a connected race means that any of the shortcuts you want to take on this track, you've got one shot at them. Oh, you know a really good bit of tech for like the lap that you're gonna do at the end of this connected race? Okay, are you confident enough in it? You get one shot at it, and if you fuck it up, it's near the end of the race. So I feel like for the tricks that you can do, or shortcuts you can take, that are more risky, have a bit of extra added tension in connected mode because you've got one shot. Okay, use a mushroom to go over a gap. Yeah, mostly what I expected from that section. Just lining them up so you can just, like, glide right over the corners. Again, Rainbow Road's on a track I expect a lot of crazy tech from. In any game, really. Most Rainbow Roads are pretty defined in terms of, like, what the track is. So I feel like most Rainbow Roads don't have a lot of tech you can do, outside of, like, jumping from one part of the track to another, which did happen in this already. Because I've seen some people just be like, oh, this Rainbow Road's actually the worst track in the game because it's so boring, because it doesn't have, like, crazy shortcuts. And I'm just like, that's most Rainbow Roads? No, Rainbow Road is usually not a track that has, like, a bunch of, like, insane, massive shortcut tech. That's not, like, Rainbow Road's identity. But get ready, everyone, it's that part of the track! This is so good. I will never not hear that part at the end of the race and not get super pumped over it. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Life of an NPC in Mario Kart. Well, there we go. So that is our list of what... Oh, we were there for so long watching all of these, the Switch turned itself off. Awkward. Awkward. There we go, we're back. Only Rainbow Road I would call boring is OG64, at least the ones I've played before. I agree. But the thing is, I've seen people gas that track up so much. I've seen people say, oh my god, Rainbow Road 64 is like the best. And then people will turn around and say, but the one in World is bad. And I'm just like, I feel like you're being a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian. Which, what? People being contrarian for the sake of being contrarian on the internet nowadays? That would never happen. That would never happen. I opened Paint. I opened Paint. Paint.net. I'm not paying for Adobe, and I'm not pirating Adobe with all of their AI bullshit. I use Paint.net, fuck you. So, yes, that was our look at the day one tracks. So we're now going to go into online mode, and we're going to do comparisons between what was and what is. Doesn't anyone have the super cheesy turn around and keep jumping around the finish line? That might, if it's that much, I wouldn't count that one. What music is playing? Oh, I can change over my audio. Oh, you spent on it too? Hell yeah, there we go. Well, so people have shit talked to me and just being like, you don't use Photoshop? Oh my god. And it's just like, well, I'm sure as shit not gonna pay Adobe for it. Fuck that. And then it's like, you can pirate it. Which, like, yeah, that was an option. And nowadays, it's just like, I don't know, Adobe has so much AI stuff in it. I kind of want to avoid it anyways. Like, do I even want to use Photoshop anymore? Like, with the amount of shit they're putting into it? Even if I didn't have to pay for it? I don't know. So, yes, as we go through these, we will... So, what we can do, we go view rankings. We view rankings, we download our Ghost. And I will go through. And I can read you all, as we go through this for a comparison of the world record that we just watched compared to what it is now. So we know how much time has been cut since day one. So for comparison, this was a Japanese user, for the day one. So Kyle Wade is coming in. I'm gonna sneeze. Ow! Pardon me. We remember our world record is 48 seconds, Jesus. So for here, Mario Bros. Circuit, the day one we watched was 1:55. This is 1:48. So in the space of about, what, 2 months? Has it been 2 months? Yeah. It's the 8th of August, and it was like 5th of June that it came out or something. Or like 7th of June. So in the space of 2 months, this is cut down by like 7 seconds. In the space of about 2 months, they've cut down this world record by 7 seconds. What do they do nowadays? What do they do now? Let's find out. But first they get Swoop. First they get Swoop. Charge jump for the shortcut so you don't even need to use a mushroom. Stay on that railing for a little longer. Okay. Two edge jumps. There's going to be more because you're only getting coins there. Oh! Holy shit! So because you can jump there, you don't even... You just take a completely different, like, go at the end. Because you still have a mushroom. Wow, okay. And they're not even just like tricking on that for speed, they're tricking on that to like go faster. And they're going 1, 2. Okay, still only 2 there. But yeah, they can do this. Like another edge jump. Go right across and then charge jump up to that with the mushroom. So you don't even need to go all the way around to get the flight. Holy shit! Wow! What the fuck? And like, yeah, just cut off space there. Oh my god. Like charge jump mushroom and just get... What the fuck? Holy shit, okay. 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 That is wild. How are they like super far ahead of everyone? No, there's a couple close people. There's a few close people, so this is like, this is what the route now is. Compared to my 2 minutes down there, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Alright, our next is Crown City. For comparison, 2 minutes 13. 2 minutes 5. This is one where they've cut off 8 seconds. Though that being said, this one, like, I did notice, this one on day 1, there wasn't a lot. And there were parts of this that I noticed where slowing was, like, I'm pretty sure they did a slower method of using a grind rail. From my understanding of how grind rails work. But I'm glad that we have a B-dasher representing in here. I'm glad we have B-dasher representation. Rail to rail connection, yeah. Just do a couple little tricks, things go faster. Oh! Charge jumps to go off cars can be faster. I really expected this section to have something going on with it. Well, okay, there's a little bit of a wall. There's a little bit of a cheeky wall grind there. Interesting! Oh, jumping on cars gives a coin? Oh. So they're just they're building up top speed. Okay. No, they're still doing the same thing. Or they jump as rapidly as they can. I think there's not a lot of crazy tech happening yet. We're getting edge jumps. We are getting edge jumps. They're going to see a hell of a lot more of those. So you're gonna like jump on that and just jump across. Yeah, there's not a lot of crazy tech outside of like the car bounces and that. There's no like major shortcuts, no crazy wall grinds. But I feel like a big part of what makes this faster, outside of doing jumps like that, is just getting to that maximum coins. Getting maximum coins just means you're going to be faster for so much more of it. Oh, okay, that's a big one. I knew there was going to be something here. Yes, I told you. That's got to be something. Yeah, that here's. Wow. Wow. Okay, okay, the end of that's awesome as hell. Yeah, there's one of the big shortcuts. That looked way too slow the first time. Just driving around normally. That looked way too slow. Okay. Yeah, all the big shortcuts are at the end after you spend most of it, like, building up speed by bouncing on cars. That's fun. Big difference, yeah. Yeah. So, this is what I mean in terms of there are so many options. Like, I feel like this is so much more fascinating than any previous Mario Kart. Just because it's not a case of, oh, how well can you do your racing lines? It's just like, no, it is straight up. People are taking complete, like, how you even approach the track is radically changing. As time goes on and people learn new tech. It's so fucking cool. So, a minute 58 on Stop or Stop before. Compared to minute 46, that is a 12-second difference. That is a 12-second difference. This one already had a lot of crazy rail grinds to build up coins. And also that wall grind trick to skip using a mushroom. Could already see it tilted over to the side as fast as possible. To get that right. Yeah, okay. So stay on there. Yo! Yo! Okay. Holy shit. Oh, we just use a mushroom here now. Oh, okay, sure. What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Cause yeah, you use the ability. Yeah, mushrooming through there means you can start charging to. Oh, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. Like going up here. Well, oh, he's gonna wall grind there casually. This one, the wall grind to get to the track faster. Back onto the track faster. And the constant tricking off the rail to take the rail, like, even tighter when it comes to those. The idea that it's like, oh, we found this amazing tech on day one, so we don't have to use a mushroom on this trick. And now it's just like, oh, we've done so much other tech, we now don't need a mushroom anywhere else, so we go back to using a mushroom on that. Because look at this shit. We're watching that. I'm watching that one again. I'm watching that one again. What the fuck? That is... Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Like, this is dope. Black was on its side there. Like, again, the constant tricking off the rails to take the rails faster when they turn is badass. The fact that you can just jump this? Like, there's no wall ride or anything. And now we just go over this rail, and it's like, okay, it's a more direct line. Oh, but we also wall ride off of here, so we can go up like that. That is fucking... That's fucked. That is fucked. I'll be honest, the other tracks are gonna have to do a lot to be more impressive than this, because this is... There's just so much shit happening. Like going boom, 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 boom. That is... There's just, like, never a moment where it's not, like, insane shit happening. That's fucked. That's fucked. What the fuck? Yes, assuming it was a big world record with baby characters and Goomba. Fucking Christ. Okay. So we have DK Spaceport next. This was a minute 35. How much can you do here? Minute 29. That is still cutting it down by 6 seconds. I know it's not. I know it says 0.971, but the other one was 788, so it's like 5.8 seconds. How much tech can this track offer? Once again, we're back in the B-Dasher. Not reading out people's names. I'm a terrible host. I'd be the person who watches all of the YouTube videos and reacts to all of them. Yeah, fair. And I don't even read out their names. Don't even read out the name, like, who uploaded all the videos that I'm reacting to and getting, like, free views on. Terrible host. They're on the screen. But I should be reading them out. I know a lot. Ah, charge jump to get the coin. Charge jump to get the coin so you don't take the actual jump. Okay. Are we seeing snaking? Was that some snaking that was going on there? Because that looked like some drifts into the big, like, jumps. You see, they're delaying their jumps a little bit there. So I don't know why they don't do that then on, the other one. Oh, we do have wall rides! Yo! World Record does have wall rides here. They found a way to make wall rides faster. There we go. Nice. They did make them faster. Let's go. Yeah, so like one big skip at the beginning, that's mainly just optimizing the hell out of the tricks though. Baby Daisy and Baby Petra and Subs Class the Goombas with the other three. Yeah, no massive crazy things there, but that is indeed like optimizing what the foundation was with like that one extra big skip, like jump at the beginning. It's amazing how much just optimizing that though cut off so many seconds. Cut off 6 seconds by just optimizing where you trick, and just getting all of those right. So you're just like zooming at all times. Very impressive to like cut off that much time without any crazy skips. We have Desert Hills. I keep calling this Dry Deserts. Desert Hills. So this one was a minute 37. And Cole's coming with a minute 32. Okay, so this is a 5-second difference. Again, this is one that we're looking at it. I wasn't sure how much. This is another one that I was not familiar. Yeah, do it with swoops at least. Another one where I was like, looking at this, I don't know how much tech you can do here. Other than, like, using the mushroom somewhere different. So you're charge jumping there to get to top speed quickly. You do, like, one charge jump so you can get to top speed quickly. I'm assuming based on this bike, it's a low acceleration bike, but a high top speed. So you do a charge jump. No, still a mushroom there. Oh! Okay! Wow! That's the big... Okay. We have a big tech for this. Is that right by the... From Daisy looks wise. Oh, so you don't even take the big shortcut. You do the really big one the first time. Just for the coins? The idea that charge jumping across that part of it there is more effective. This feels like because of the bike maybe being a lot faster is why some of this shit works the way that it does. Yeah, like that really does, yeah, you ramp up and then right off. The idea that people have found out a way to do Desert Hills by going into the water is very funny though. Okay. Again, one of those cases where it's just like, there's a big shortcut that people are taking, but also, you take the big shortcut in different... Oh, dirt terrain bike, because you are jumping off-road so much. That is true, yeah. You're jumping off-road and doing a lot of off-road stuff, so you get stuff that doesn't slow down as much there. That makes sense. That makes sense. God. Tech is impressive. So, on Shy Guy Bazaar, Loris got 155 before. This was one of the more nuts day one records. Another 4 seconds off. Zaya's got another 4 seconds off. 4.5. I mean, that is like 1.5 seconds per lap faster. Which can just be optimizing tricks. You can get up that speed for that. Will it be the same? Yeah. This is just too fast. It's just too fast. Oh! Okay. You don't stay up the top the entire... Oh my god. Okay. Falling down, but then going back up at just the right times. Interesting. Getting the extra jump right at the end there for the extra check. Nice. Yeah, so wall ride took... okay, yeah. I can see when the time's made up. And then also just cutting across that. Impressive. Like, half of this is, like... still taking the railing. You got such a big launch over to it that it was still faster. Nice. Like, half of this is not even just impressive because of the technical, like, performance on display of being able to do all of this. Because of what this game is, half of the impressiveness of all of this is just people working this shit out. Just working out that this is faster and that you can do it. Because to work out something is actually faster, you need to be able to do that version of it perfectly, and then do what the old tech was perfectly, and compare, like, those sections of the track to see which actually overall results in a faster time. Or in the cases of, like, getting a bunch of coins, you gotta compare, okay, this path might be faster, but you get less coins, so therefore it makes the rest of the laps, like the rest of the race, slower, because you've lost a bit of your speed. Yeah, but yeah, that was a crazy foundation for day one, and they've just really optimized the hell out of it with this part here. Oh, don't just race at the top. No, just keep the ridiculous tech going. Just keep it fucking going. My god. My fucking god. Holy shit, this fucking game. Holy shit, this fucking game. So we now have Wario Stadium. This was 2 minutes 10 by Bixo last time. That is a huge difference. I can see that there is an optimal car that people are taking. This is 9 seconds faster. This is a... I have a feeling this is gonna shock you. This is 9 seconds faster. This has gotta be insane. 3 seconds per lap is massive to save. What the hell have they done to this track? I noticed that this is a top speed car. The racetrack is a suggestion. The racetrack is a suggestion. The racetrack is actually just fucking optional. They're not on the road at all. Charge jump instead of take the big jump at the ends there. Clever. So did you do the same thing? Or like how much of that was for coins? No, you just... I'm shocked this is faster. I guess because those are 2 jumps. Those are 2 jumps and you cut it, yeah. Even though you're going on the outside, you cut off 2 big jumps which slow you down, and you cut off that giant corner there. But we don't, no, going over the top that time you don't do. There's an even tighter railing on that turn? What the fuck? Yeah, and then the charge jump on that for less airtime. That's genius. Actually doing a charge jump on the massive ramp. So you're in the air less time. Like, because you're cutting off that turn. And you're going on the outside here, but all this railing instead of these jumps. And that other wall ride. And then you just cut off that entire turn. It's a lot of airtime, but you're cutting off that much of the turn that it's worth it. And yeah, I guess that top part. Oh, because that top part lent them to that other railing, which got them points. Where this time around, you just go this way. Okay. You go the other way for the coins the first time. So you only take one shortcut because it makes you easier to take the other one. Fuck me. People found out if you're in any kind of boost, you don't lose speed charging the jump. Oh! Okay. I want to watch that. I want to watch lap 1 again just to see the last shortcut. Like this, again, this goes super outside, but those jumps are really slow. And also, you cut off that much of this, despite being in the air for that long. So, because of this part here, yeah, they just jump up the top here. And just jump over there. Yeah, you don't do that on other ones, because it would line you up, and you wouldn't be able to get that really tight in one up at the very top there. Yeah, the charge jump here, so you don't lose time charging it, speed charging it. Because you're on the boosts, and then you don't take the massive leap over the top of it. Fuck me. I think Stopple Stop still is more impressive. I think Stopple Stop's still more impressive, but that is an easy second. That's an easy second so far in terms of impressiveness. Alright, Airship Fortress. People, there's another one. They got some crazy tech on day 1 here. This was a minute 59 by technical. 54, so it's cutting off 4 seconds. Not the massive 9 seconds the last one did. But they have still shaved off 4 seconds for this one. Yeah, they found the big transfer at the beginning. Do we still do that? Or is there an even faster way of doing this? It's gonna be really funny if this big... No, we still do it. I'm wondering, like, do we still do the big transfer? Yeah, we still do it, yeah. Less airtime. Less airtime is God. So don't go up and do the big jump onto the railing anymore. Just dismount and charge jump while you're in the mini turbo. Oh, that was a really nice exit for that. Oh! Oh, that's fun. That's a fun way of finishing that. Okay, you still did it that time. Okay, you still went up to the top that time. Maybe you go down the bottom for coins? Maybe the bottom path was for coins? Oh, you that one's for coins going down the bottom. Okay. So it is still faster to do the big jump off the top, even with the airtime. Huh. I guess maybe because, like, you are doing a charge jump there. That is fun. That's fun. Yeah, I guess because you're doing... Yeah, because I guess when you go down onto the ground, you're doing a charge jump. So that charge jump probably loses you as much time as, like, what airtime would give you there. But yeah, the first 2-3 coins give the biggest top speed increase. Oh, so you want coins as... like, it's not just first lap, you want them as fast as possible. So you want to, yeah, you want to get your first couple of coins as soon as possible. So it lasts for as long as possible. Okay. That is like, this whole, oh man. This is a really good example of the foundation was laid there on day 1, and this is just refining it. Some of them, there's a foundation on day 1 that gets completely shaken up and completely replaced with the later ones. Foundation is here on day 1, but it's been refined. Yeah, okay, so those 2 points is what it's about. Okay. Okay. And there's so many different possibilities that, like, people just finding out all of these tiny little tricks of what saves time and what doesn't is so badass. It's so fucking cool. We're now heading over to DK Pass. Pole jump wasn't even in the one that we watched. Will pole jump be in this one? This was 2:11 by Arco. This is a 10-second difference by Miquel here. This is a 10-second cutting off. This is cutting off just as much time as the Wario Stadium one had. Speaking of Warrior Stadium, when are we bringing back Warrior Coliseum? I want that back. Every time I see a Wario state, I'm just like, is it Warrior Coliseum? No, it's not. Alright, Soup. What do you got for us? It is possible! Yeah! Yeah! I wanted to do that! Yeah! Oh, you smart ass. You smart ass. Riding on the inside of the mountain? Yo! And tricking off the trees! Yo! Cut off all those, the entire inside of those? Without a marsh? Yo! I tried to do this, like in either free roam or, and I think it was in the time trial. I tried to do this. I wanted to go up here and say, that is possible. Let's go. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy that just climbing the fucking mountain is possible. This though, this is like, you were jumping off the, you can't even see shit there. Well, you build up so much speed doing that you just drive across the snow there and it's like, it's fine. It doesn't even matter. That is so cool. Yeah, I was trying to wall ride just to see, can you get up there? No, yeah, no pole jump, double tree jump instead. The fact that you can actually, like, there is so much... Again, it's part of what I love about just, like, the possibility of tricks here. There are so many moments during this of getting lower speed because you're driving on bad terrain, but it doesn't fucking matter because, like, the path you are cutting is so tight that even the slowed down speed of going off-road doesn't fucking matter. That is cool. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! There's several sections there of just, yeah, I'm driving slower on the snow. I don't care, though, because it's faster anyways. Awesome. Awesome. Fuck yes. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, we've got, what was it next? Starview Peak. So we had 220 last time for this. How much sauce can people generate on this track? Cow in the real racer is cut off 6 seconds across the board. So you can see something like McQuell's right there. Right behind. Actually, McQuell and Wood have tied on this one. McQuell and Wood are tied on this. If you look through these, I bet you see some names that are similar. Well, we have Wood 22. When I saw you try for that, I was laughing because I knew you were right about it. Well, because I just saw it, I'm just like, like, I didn't think it would be, I honestly didn't think it would be faster. Because I knew it would land you in the snow, but I'm just like, but I want to see what you can do with it. I never got close. I never made it up the top. I couldn't get the wall ride to do it. So I gave up on it. But it is actually true. But it is actually true. And it is actually faster. So people have still got off a lot of time for this. With the cow. So, major tech or just optimization? Because it's a lot of time, but I still don't know what... Edge jumps? Not edge jumps, but just like... Your car's halfway off the track. Yeah, it's still taking the 1, 2, 3. You're power sliding on that now. You are taking the boosts. You are taking both boosts. So is this just optimizing the hell out of what's here? I don't see any major differences in, like, pathing. Not on the rail there. I think the warrior that we saw went on the rail there a little bit. Yeah, this is mostly the same path. It's just optimized to hell. Like power sliding there for a boost. And then hitting both of these. So I've just pretty much figured out because how simple it is. I'm just shocked that this is like cut off so much time. Well, I'm just shocked that optimizing this track as much as they have, like without any major new tech, it is they have like. I think that just shows you like what the skill ceiling of what normal racing in a Mario Kart really is like. Because there's no major new tech here. A lot of the routing is very similar. Take these three, boost across there, jump onto that railing, don't go onto the next one, but make sure you stay like on there so you lose the water speed. Just like with there. Like just by taking all of the turns a little bit tighter, taking the turns a little bit better, getting a little bit better boosts. And it like, it cut that again, that's cutting off 6 seconds. Or was it 4 or 6? Even Desert Hills had new tech. Yeah, this one, there's no new tech on here, but they're still cutting off that much time compared to day one. Yeah, that was 6 seconds faster. There wasn't any new tech there, really, outside of like drifting at the ends, compared to the old one. But just optimizing what route existed, still cut off 6 seconds. Which again, it's one of those things that I like just what racing in this game is like, that you can cut off that much time with something that simple. We have Sky High Sunday. So this was a minute 59. The Zilsec I wasn't fan until about a month in. Some of these are going to be a long time. This is 6 seconds faster. This is 6 seconds. This is like 6.5 seconds faster. We got HD Jamie coming in. So what the fuck are you doing here to make this sex? They are also not Boozer. They are Warrior. There's a lot less Bowsers. There are a lot less Bowsers now compared to day one. There is a lot less Bowsers. Day one was like half Bowser. Similar thing here of grab the coins. We're still mushrooming here, yup. Onto the railing. Is this again just optimizing? Railing there. Ooh! Onto a railing there. Okay. People have figured out stats for the whole rail speed and wall rides being the same speed for everyone. Ah, rails and wall rides are the same. Okay. See, okay, so on day one they were taking the paraglider. Oh, not the paraglider. The normal gliding wings. They were taking the gliding on the second routes. It was like, oh, that route's on the first lap is okay. Now they're going on the inside. Yeah, that's different. Oh, they're jumping from way earlier to get onto this wall ride. Yeah, they're jumping from way earlier. Okay. Yeah, they're still going on this, like, on the other ones. Well, they're taking a very similar path on all 3 laps there, compared to wildly different ones. Got it so tight they didn't even take the railing. But they do take this railing for a little bit extra. Land on there. Yeah, they get that way faster. No crazy new tech. No crazy new tech, just sheer optimization. And once again, just optimizing what was already laid down is cutting off massive amounts of time. Those are almost more impressive. It is almost more impressive to cut down 6 seconds by just optimizing the path rather than cutting off 10 by finding a new shortcut. It's almost more impressive. Because then it's a case of just, no, I didn't beat you because I found some new thing. I beat you because I did what you did way better. Wario's Galleon. So this was 225 last time. 270. This is 8 seconds. This is an 8-second difference. This is another 8-second cut down, which is multiple seconds per lap. Welcome back, Boozer. He's come back. He has made it into another one. So what has he got planned for us? Optimized or new shit? So you don't even use the mushroom there. Wall ride and trick on everything, so you do the same thing of cutting over the beach, but you don't even use the mushroom. Ah, you do use this railing! There we go! Okay! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah! And similar thing here of wall grind into the cannon into the railings, yeah. I mean, that alone, you can already see why they'd cut off so much time. You can already see why they would cut off a shitload of time. Taking a shortcut that you did before without needing the mushroom is always going to be massive. Yeah, trick off the tree onto that and then just spin a shitload. And you actually use this railing to trick off another tree to get so close to that beach and then trick over everything else over the corner. That is cool as hell. Hell yeah. Yeah, so this is a lot of new tech. Still very much some day one tech that's very similar. The whole end section very much. But the idea of, oh, we found the shortcut on day one if you use a mushroom here, to we've now worked out how to take that shortcut without a mushroom is so huge. Optimize to avoid as much water as possible. Yeah. Like, how much they skip here. Just bounce off of that. Bounce over all of that. Yeah, because they're not in a water vehicle anymore. They take so little water, they don't need to be in a water vehicle. Like, they're in the speed car. Ever so slightly faster, because you don't have to go as far over. So just more right out of bounds. This is sick. Being able to just jump over that entire beach. The amount of tech the game has where it's like, again, just, we found the shortcut with a mushroom, so we have now worked out how to take the shortcut without a mushroom. And it's possibly even faster. And then we can save that mushroom for another shortcut later. Is so sexy. Alright, Koopa Troopa Beach. Do you have anything for us? A minute 30 before. Do you have anything? Fucking 2 seconds. Out of all of them, this is the one that has cut down the least. People have had 2 months on Koopa Troopa Beach. They've cut off 2 seconds. Well, the other ones are like 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 12 seconds. It's true. It's Koopa Troopa Beach. It's Koopa Troopa Beach, like. Honestly, those 2 seconds could just be a car difference. It could just be this car's slightly better. With what these turns out this car's slightly better. I think that's it. No mushroom on the earlier slaps. Oh, it has There is a single piece of tech in this track. There is a single thing people have worked out. Let's go! Charge jump mushroom! Yeah! There is a single piece of tech on this track that works. Even Koopa Troopa Beach got new tech, and Starview Peak didn't. How did this track get new tech before Starview Peak? That is so funny. That is so funny. They did something with this track. They gave it the smallest amount of sauce possible. Let's go! Again, this track's about the multiplayer. This track is about the chaos of multiplayer of items going everywhere. That's what the track's actually about. But the fact that they found anything to fucking do on there is funny. And that's the thing, is like, it's brand new tech, it's a brand new shortcut of just jumping over an entire part of the track. You do it 3 times and it still only saves 2 fucking seconds. We have Faraway Oasis now. This was a 2-minute 4 time before. 2-minute 4 compared to 1:58. This is 6 seconds. James cutting off 6 seconds over here with Stingy. Two seconds per track faster. What you doing, Stingby? Tilting over as far as possible. Just get ready for that time. Edge jumps. No, just super tight. Nope, there's an edge jump. Never mind. Never mind, there was an edge jump. Launching off there. Fucking Christ. Nothing major. Never mind, I was about to say nothing majorly different. Fuck me. What? What? That was mushroomless. Fucking edge jumps, I swear to God. I guess they are going on the railings. I guess they just don't go on the railing the first time for coins. How do you get that airtime? How are they getting so much airtime from that? Is that a water plop? Are they going in the water and then the water's just shooting them out that high? That is fucked. Again, I thought using the water plop to get onto that railing was fancy. Well, it was fancy, but fuck me. Like, this water plop I'm used to. So, yeah, trick off there. I think it's because they hit the wall? I think because they hit the wall, it transfers some of their forward momentum into upwards momentum, and then they move past the wall. It was even weirder as before they did it, they plopped up all the way to the top portion. There's gotta be like no, not necessarily a bug, but they're doing something to get more air height there. And I think it's because they're hitting the wall, or they're hitting the box. It seems like it's transferring some forward momentum into vertical momentum, because they're hitting something in front of them. But then once they get past what's like blocking them, then they just keep shooting forward. Yeah, they just take this path from the first one. Yeah. I was almost do this again. Because it's also, they are getting a boost because they're doing a bit of trick there. That, fucking Christ. Jesus. Impressive. Impressive shit. We have Peach Stadium. We have Peach... Where's Peach Stadium? Peach Stadium, this was a 221. Oh, Jack, we know and love. 221 compared to 215. Now, last time, the one we saw before for this utilized basically none of the stuff that I found. You use a mushroom at the beginning, they did a little rail grinds. The entire top section, they avoided it entirely. I wouldn't be surprised if they still avoid that because it's wasting time. But... gotta be something, right? Cutting off 6 seconds, there's gotta be something, right? I still don't know this. Yeah, still not taking the top. I'm not surprised that's not faster just because it's so far on the outside. It jumps. It jumps. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. And then it jumps here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fair. I'm surprised that much airtime is actually faster. Oh, just the ability to say, oh yeah, we can see that little wall there. We can wall ride that. And also all the edge jumps. But they're on that wall for so little time. And then they just like, yep, all the edge jumps there. Yeah, there's some like minor new tech here, but also the sheer amount of how tight they're taking these turns. Like every edge jump means they're taking the turn tighter, and there's so many of them. Even at the end here, like you can see they're bouncing the front of the cart on this wall to take it even tighter. This thing's like jumping over that. It's basically equivalent of using a mushroom to avoid the grass there. Possibly faster. Very impressive. Very impressive on that one. And just being able to see that little wall and just be like, yeah, since hitting the wall doesn't make you lose much speed. And yeah, it's so inwards as well. Like, fucking gross. Peach Beach. We got a Peach Beach. This was a minute 44 on the dot with F-Crats before. Minute 44 down to a minute 40. We've cut off 3.5 seconds with, Sullivan? I think that's it. We're getting some, gamer tag names here of, numbers and symbols and different types of letters. Or possibly just non-English names. Yeah, so we're cutting off a good few, like 3.5 seconds here. Sure. Sure, I guess. That probably saves a couple milliseconds, but sure. Make sure you steal the Shy Guys lunch money. Very important part of the track. Nerds need their money stolen. Get your boost there. Outside of the lamppost jumps, relatively same. Charge jump just over shit. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Do I count that as snaking? Mushroom to go through that, of course. Because some of these can also be, they felt like this car, I'm assuming is the fastest car. Because we've seen this car come up a lot. You really see the whole, figuring out the whole not losing speed, charge jumping in any boost. Yeah, the charge jump is getting utilized way more now that people are combining it with boosts. Absolutely. But we're seeing, like, people are getting better at being able to do so many of the tricks that a lot of the tracks are no longer needing the super good trick cars. People are nailing the types of tricks that people want to do so well that we're now just being like, okay, we can now do these tricks in the fastest car. So just take the fastest car and do the same tricks, and it will be faster. Getting a lot of variety in music with the way that we're switching around here. We have Salty Salty Speedway next. So this was a 2:07. This was Zin's before. So 2:07 compared to... Fucking wow. What the fuck? There wasn't a lot of sauce on this first one. There wasn't a lot of sauce on it. To be fair, this was one of the ones that didn't have a whole ton of sauce on day one. There was no major shortcuts. It was just taking the water fast. But that is 11 fucking seconds faster. That is 11 fucking seconds faster. That is a huge... That is a ridiculous amount of time to cut off in 2 months. What the fuck are people doing here now? And once again, we're in the fastest car. Like, whatever tricks we're doing, we're in the fastest car for them. Get your little jumps to go across all those. Fair. Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you going, mate? Bruh, what? Okay. 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 Fucking Christ. Jesus. Wow. Oh, you're using the mushroom going up there to get all the tricks on like the rails and poles and shit. Interesting. This is ridiculous. Going onto a railing there. But going up there is intended because there's a fucking ramp up there. They put a fucking ramp up there, so they're just like, they know people are gonna get up onto that. What the fuck? Yeah, you jump here, so you just like, go immediately on the railing to take it inside and take it even faster. I mean, this part alone, surely this is like out of the nearly 4 seconds per lap you're saving, surely this alone is saving like 2 of those, right? And surely this is saving another 1 second, right? At the bare minimum. Because that is so tight. Holy shit. Even just working out to do that differently, to just take the railings. Incredibly cool. Incredibly cool to be able to find that much shit to do on there. The fucking, oh yeah, wall ride on this waterfall to jump over so we can take the upper layer inside even tighter. And then jump off of that onto another railing to keep going even tighter. Holy shit. We have Dino Jungle. This was 1:56. 1:56 it is now. That's another 11-second difference. This one's close to 12 because it was 56.907 compared to now 45.021. With Logan in the fucking cow little dumpy. This is another 12-second difference. What do you do? Dirt speed, yeah. Dirt speed car. For that major shortcut that they take, unless they take others as well. Trick off the dinosaur. Stunt on it, hell yeah. Okay, they do take this stunt. They just trick the entire way up of it. Oh, and get a little bit on that railing as well. They did a charge jump in that shortcut. Fuck that annoying ass turn there. Yeah, trick the entire way up the dino. Land on there. So when they boost across this, they're charge jumping. Like, I assume the charge jump is so you don't lose weight on the ground there? Lose speed on the ground? that just cuts off that much time. Cutting off that much time is like, holy shit. Alright, great question mark block ruins. There was already, like, 2 ridiculous skips. One of them was very baked in. But there was already ridiculous skips on day 1 for question mark block ruins at 2 minutes 12. This is still 10 seconds faster. Speezy has still managed to make this 10 seconds faster. This is still 10 seconds faster. Where the fuck are they cutting off 10 seconds on this? Well, that makes me feel like there's got to be new shit. Surely the beginning's still the same thing, right? Charge jump to get to top speed quickly. Yeah, I don't think this is ever gonna change. Because that's just too good. But you do trick the entire way off of it. Go fuck yourself! Fuck off! That is the tiniest wall ever! Fuck off! Oh, we just now wall right. What the fuck? How do you even work this shit out, let alone fucking do it 3 times in a row? What do you mean wall ride on that? What do you mean? What do you mean? I can't believe they made this trick better. Because they don't even charge jump for it now, do they? And they cut across so much that they actually just like basically they do most of the mushroom skip at the end without a mushroom because they just jump halfway into it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, tricking on that to go faster. This? That is fucked. That's gotta save milliseconds at most. But I don't think this is a charge jump. I think just with the boost and the angle there. Yeah, there's no charge jump there. They're actually just going. And they just land halfway through that. It doesn't even matter that they're off-road for a little bit. They just go faster. That's one of those ones where, like, a lot of these I feel like the devs were aware that people might work some of this stuff out. I have to wonder if any of the devs expected that at the end there. Or if the devs expected the wall ride on the tiniest railing ever. I can't get over this wall ride. That is insane. That is insane. Oh, what the fuck? Is it wall shapes? Looks like free real estate. That is the wall is the size of the bike. You have to do it on a bike because if you had a car, the wheels would be on either side of the fucking wall. Fuck me. I think that ties for Stopple Stop. Stopple Stop is still ridiculous because of that part at the ends. I think this ties for Stopple Stop in terms of impressiveness. I don't think it beats it, but I do think it ties. What the fuck? Cheap Cheap Falls. This was 2 minutes 8. We now have... This is another 10 seconds faster. Hey, look! Coin! They did this one with Goomba. Or Goomba did this one. More accurately. You ever wish you were good at video games? You ever wish you were good at video games? Two motorcycles and now we got even more insane. Not the type of shit I thought they would find even more ridiculous stuff for. Oh, by the way, just casually skipping a lot there by just wall grinding and all this shit. Just casually. Very casually. Whoa! Whoa! And now you can use the mushroom for the ends. Yo! They worked it out! You can use the mushroom on the shrine at the end. Like, how many of these just feel like, just fucking force your way over it, fuck it. Like, this is just force your way over this shit. Driving off-road, it doesn't matter, it's faster. Because as a go off-road, it doesn't matter. Cut the corner. Fuck it. Holy shit. Very impressive. Very impressive. Dear God. That is so cool. That is so cool that they just jump over that entire fucking thing. Very good. Very good. Very good. I imagine that's one of those where they're getting a really, it's another one of those, because of the size of the bounce they're getting out of the water, I feel like it's one of those, you have to line that up pretty specifically. You need to jump and hit the terrain just the right way to make it pop you into the air that high. That is a very, very specific technique, I feel. I feel like any of the ones where the jump goes really high requires a very, very specific angle and speed. Anyway, we have Dandelion Depths. This was 225 before. 219. This is coming off 6 seconds. Now, the person that we watched earlier for this didn't power slide at the beginning of the track. Is that optimal? Or was it just that person not power sliding? They didn't do a lot of tech in this one, and they didn't power slide for one of the big corners. So I'm curious. I was gonna say, do you wall ride on that? No, you do power slide here. It is normal to power slide there. No wall ride on the inside there. But as I've suspected, going down is the faster option here. Or maybe points. No, like charge jump so you don't do the big leap at the end. It's fair. charge jump, so no big leap. As was the style. I want the dream of wall riding there to be real. I want that dream to be real, where you wall ride down there. I don't think it's anything to do. Yeah, this one mainly just feels like an optimization of the day one route. Not a lot of tech in this one. Not a lot of like crazy shortcuts. Just good old fashioned, honest kart racing. Do it well. Probably kind of might screw up a line, probably. But it would be fun. Yeah, no crazy tech on this one. There's stuff on this track that is tech. Like, there's this wall that you can go up there onto that top platform. Which never seems worth it. Well, yeah, one of the tracks where it's impressive that they're able to, like, get it as consistent as they do. Whee! That's cool. Another track using the idea of charge jumping on a boost, so you don't get the big launch at the end, so you get less airtime. That's always fun. That is always fun. So next is Boo Cinema. Really good tricking and actually power sliding. As I said, I don't want every track to just be a parkour fest. Good tricks, good power slides, good racing lines is still an important part of Mario Kart. And I'm glad that there are some tracks where that is still king. I'm glad that not every single track is a parkour fest. Because it would be much less interesting if every single track was a parkour fest compared to some tracks having some, like, just good ass honest racing. 2 minutes 9 on Boost Cinema. Another track. Will this one have sauce? 2 minutes 5. It's 4 seconds. I appreciate that this person's called Bone Cinema. I think Bone Cinema has learned some new tech for Boost Cinema. So let's see what happens with Bone Cinema. Because 4 seconds doesn't sound like a lot. But one bit of tech can be enough to do 4 seconds on this track. Without a ton of tech on this track, 4 seconds could be one thing that's been found. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wall right at the beginning to cut over a little quicker. They found it. Edge, there's gonna be a lot of edge jumps. Ooh. Edge jumps also make sense, yeah. A charge jump there, interesting. More edge jumps. Poor Starview. And there's a wall ride there. That's a design. Oh! Yeah. Oh! There's another. Okay, so another rail grind. Because coins on the first lap. Okay, there's a number of things here. There's one major one. It's connected to the mushroom boost. But there's actually multiple little ones here. Yeah, there are multiple little things here. There's actually a couple of them. There's a couple extra wall rides, there's a couple rail grinds, there's a couple things going on here. But this rail, like, you can see it, like, it's designed to push you out that way. Well, that railing is designed to be there. That feels like one that the devs put there to make that shortcut very deliberately, which is cool. The charge jump there is interesting. I guess being on that moving platform counts as a speed boost, so you don't lose charge jump for it. That moving bit of cinema reel. It actually had something. All of what it got amounted to 4 seconds. So it's nowhere near as big as some of the others. But it did get a couple things. It actually got multiple things. Multiple extra wall grinds, rail grinds, extra tricks. It actually got multiple things. I'm impressed. Next is Dry Bones Burnout. This one could be massive. This one could be... It was already optimized. So if it's beautiful, man, is it lacking sauce? I think the problem with Starview is that it's lacking sauce for, like, tech, but also as, like, a normal race course, it doesn't have many interesting turns. Like, even Super Mario Circuit, like the SNES one, at least it has some turns that are, like, really, really fucking tight, or multiple turns that, like, link together, like, really rapidly. So even with it being, like, all on ground level with no parkour tech, it's still got, like, at least that. It does still at least have some. So this was 2:14 down to 2:07. So this is a 7-second cut. At least Cuba Beach had that jump. So will this be optimized? You can't, like, as we've seen, you can cut 7 seconds off by just optimizing your racing lines and optimizing tricks. We've seen that already. But given that this is now Baby Blooper, it's got some new sauce! It's got new sauce! I saw Baby Blooper, I'm just like, I don't know if this had Baby Blooper before. But if they're still using the Baby Blooper, it means there's still sauce. If the world record is Baby Blooper, then it's guaranteed to have some fun jumps. Because there's no other reason to use it for world records. Because even some amazing jump tracks have still been using the real racer. Just skip that. Yep, skip the beginning of the railing. Fuck it. Fuck it. Skip that wall. Fucking skip that. Yeah, hell yeah! Hell yeah! What the fuck are corners? They're not things I'm taking. My headphones dead. That's alright. I will... I'll probably just switch to the speakers. I'll probably be lazy after this. Edge jumps, because you don't need the coins anymore. Of course. What are corners? What are corners? It's just amazing how much the parkour stuff. It's just, like, what you expect the track to be can just be flipped entirely on its head. Like, oh, I know this track is like a tight left turn into a smooth right turn into another tight left turn. And it's just like, that's not what I know it as anymore. There's a massive, like, right turn into a massive left turn there, but I see it as a straight line on a wall into a boosting of the lava. Oh, I'm glad this track got some tech. I'm glad there's... Because that whole ending section, I'm just like, I saw something you could do with it. I saw something you could do with it, but I'm just like, they didn't do any of it. They just did mushroom boost at the end. But I'm so glad they actually work out a way to utilize how to skip half of it, like that ending section. And for some tracks, the course itself, just, what is the course? I don't know. I think it's like, some of the tracks seriously are at the point where if you were to draw, like, say you had the gold shell, right? How the gold shell follows the middle path. There are some tracks now where if you drew a shape of what that gold shell would follow as a path. Like, here's the gold shell. We're drawing its entire pathway. Now, next to that, we're going to draw the pathway that the world record takes. We're at the point where a number of these tracks, those two things would look like completely different shapes. You would not think that, that this one was raced on this one. Because this one would go turning like this, and then this one's going like fucking this across it. It's like, what? We don't have a ton of races left. I'm going on to speaker mode. If you can hear echoes, I apologize. But there's not enough tracks left for me to bother putting in my other headphones at the rest. I am not bothered. I think there's 2 cups left. I think it's 2 cups left. This was definitely a super worthwhile watch. This was definitely super worthwhile going through it all. Realizing I'm still on my monitor stream. Whoops. Whoops. I don't think that affects it too much, but I was on monitor stream. So I know if I'm on monitor stream, you can see the very, very top that my background, for some reason, when I'm on my monitor, the background does peek through the gameplay at the very top, very, very slightly. Like, yeah, look at the top left, you can see a little bit of yellow from the Shadowbringers background. Wherever I go gameplay, like now, then it disappears. I don't know why it does it. Probably not a big deal if I move my mouse on screen at any point. Oopsies, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. There are some games that I record entirely on monitor, so I don't think it matters. Anyway, Doom Deados. Now, they already had some stuff in this. This is a very flat track, but they already had some stuff before. This was a 2 minute 5 before. I can't say chat. This was 2 minutes 5 before. What is Moo Moo Meadows at now? How the fuck are you cutting off 11 seconds? Kinso, this is Moo Moo Meadows. How the fuck are you finding 11 seconds? How are you finding 11 seconds to shave off this track? Where? But once again, it is a cow. Cow on a sled this time, though. Off-road. I feel like they might be doing a bit of off-roading. We're bouncing on out-of-bounds cows now? Jesus Christ, that didn't even use a mushroom. That didn't even use a mushroom. Oh my god. Holy shit. They do take the shortcut there, but they will ride it now. I was gonna say, the mushroom... Oh, little ledge over here. I guess it makes it a little easier to get onto that now. Bouncing on the out-of-bounds cow. It's such a flex. So what do they do here? So they combined charge jump with a speed boost to just fly over and then jump off the tree. And then mushroom through all of that. Charge jump into the... Oh my god. You can definitely tell how much better people got at charge jumping. There was very little charge jumping on day one. Cow Bounce also gives a coin button like Crown City they are mainly used for the cuts. The fact that they get so much airtime off of that is like, holy shit. And even this, Cow Bounce! The cow bounced again. The sheer level of how many charge jumps that exist now. That's the thing that I feel like the community collectively, in terms of people, like the community of time trial speedrunners, I feel like collectively the thing they've gotten the best at is the charge jump over time. Because there are so many shortcuts that they're doing that only exist because of the charge jump to get that initial burst of air. There are so many shortcuts they're getting now because of that. Just learning the right way to use the charge jump with a boost. And the right way to get it to plonk you off ridiculous shit. Definitely seems to be the part that like, the most amount of tech has come from that. Also ridiculously precise to actually get the, on the fence, since you mess up slightly, you'll knock it over instead of riding on it. Oh yeah, because it's a fence. Yeah, the fences and the guardrails always, you can knock them over, so if you like bang into the side of them. So you need to land basically perfectly on top of it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Anyway. Mr. Sus got a Choco Mountain run of 2 minutes 12. Once again, this one didn't have a lot of sauce on day one. It's still an 8-second time save. That is still an 8-second time save. This implies new tech. This implies new tech. I smell sauce. Is that end section? Choco sauce. That. Oh, you just don't even mushroom that anymore. You don't mushroom the first one, so you can mushroom the second. Nice. There's a path up top there. How do you even get to that? Because this section is so slow. How do they speed it up? They just cut across. That tiny little railing does come in handy. Let's go. Yeah, being able to just fucking mini turbo across that, and then, yeah, that would help a lot, being able to take both of those every single lap. That is new tech, but it's not like major tech, but I mean, it's seemingly saving a lot of time. But a lot of this seems to just be go off-road a lot. It doesn't matter if it's like, jump off of there so you can boost across this, but just fucking go for it. Day one was super safe with like the roads to not slow down. Minus sauce, but still sauce. Well, the thing is, like, it's minus sauce, but it's clearly saving a lot of time. This is 8 seconds faster still. It's minus sauce, but it is a potent. This is a soy sauce that they've put on here. They've put a tiny little bit of soy sauce on here, but it's soy sauce. That shit is still strong. There's not much of it, but, like, it's doing a lot of work. Oh, so close. I think when I saw 8 seconds, I figured, oh, they'd find a way to, like, make massive cuts. No, they're finding a way to take all of the, like, shortcuts, just... Like, all of the basic shortcuts that were there on day one, they're now just taking all of them, despite only having 3 mushrooms. Which, I mean, that in of itself will save a lot of time. Those are huge, those are massive turns that they're cutting off at the start there. Those turns are really big, so cutting all of them off definitely helps. We have Toad's Factory up next. This was just super fast. This was just optimizing. This felt like, in terms of like no major tech, but this felt really optimized in terms of like racing lines on day one already. Probably because it's been a track that's existed before and people have always really liked Toad's Factory, so they're bringing over some of that from the previous ones. But it was a minute 56 before. It's a 5-second cut, but this is only 5 seconds faster. But every one of those times it's faster is in the baby blooper. Every single one of those faster ones is in the baby blooper. It's a sign. When you see this car, you know what you're in store for. We're already charge jumping? Yeah, charge jumping, like, that seems to be a tech, to use the charge jump when you get your starting boost. Which is really cool. Getting every coin that you can here is probably super important. Baby blooper or baby driver. Take that so inside that it doesn't even matter that it slopes. You're not even hitting it. You know, there's nothing majorly different here. I mean, they're snaking. They are now snaking. So, you know, there's a couple differences. Oh, no coins, so you can rail on that. The day one of this already felt so optimized for racing lines. I'm shocked that there's no major tech yet. I'm shocked that this is just mainly the same game plan, just it's been optimized that much further. I'm shocked, because that day one felt really strong. That day one already felt ridiculous. There's that. That is the main tech that we have. We're cutting one corner with a rail. That's like the one thing that they've added in terms of like a brand new thing. Oh, and I guess cutting that as inside as they can every time. So it doesn't even matter if it's slow. It's impressive. That's impressive. Cutting off that much time without adding any extra stuff. And again, the first one already felt like it was doing everything it could. Holy shit. Now we have Bowser's Castle. I want to see this cut down by more than 10 seconds. I want to see this go down by more than 10 seconds. Because I refuse to believe going up the top, like at the on like the beginning of the lap, is the fastest thing. I refuse. I refuse to believe that's the fastest. This is true 28s. Fucking hell. Holy shit. That is 16 seconds. I said I was hoping for 10. That is 16 seconds faster. That is, and it's in the B dasher. That is 16 seconds faster. What the fuck? It's closer to 15 and a half, but still. What the fuck? This is the most amount of time on any of them that's been cut, right? Day one to this is the most amount of seconds that have been cut off, I think. There were some others that were pretty high up there, but I don't think any of them got as high as 16 seconds faster. I don't even think Wario Stadium did that. And that was like 12, I think. I don't think any of them have been 16 faster. This implies a lot. This implies a lot. No, they don't go up there. Bro, what? just fuck it. Fuck it, right? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god! Just skipping this entire thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on here, trick off that, and I'm just giving an entire U-turn. And it doesn't even end there. It doesn't even end there. Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wall ride on the inside here and just jump off to skip that entire turn by flying right over it. Oh, and also, you see what I just did? Would you like to see me do it again? And because they don't even use the mushroom there, they can then use the mushroom on this one to go across the lava. What the fuck? Holy shit. This is wild. That is ridiculous. Oh my god. Yeah, no wonder this is cut off 16 fucking seconds. No wonder this is... Look at what they're doing. Oh, they bounce in the lava there, but you can do that for like a millisecond and it's fine, which is what they're doing. What the fuck? believe that. That is... Okay, I have a new number one in terms of impressiveness. But is it more impressive? I don't know how difficult those things are. I feel like this is more impressive just in terms of finding it. Like, I feel like the execution of Stopple Stop and Question Block Ruins, I feel like those are more impressive from like a technical standpoint in terms of executing it. I feel like this might be more impressive in terms of finding it in the first place. Like the idea of, oh, if I jump on this wall, I can jump off that sign to skip everything. Like, I feel like that is a lot harder to find than right on the side of the giant block that's in the sky that has the two rings next to it. And I mean, even like riding on the inside of that, and I'll use this pole to trick onto this and like ride through the lava waterfalls. Like, how the fuck did someone discover this? That's my question for this one. Like, at the very least, this goes alongside Question Block and Stopple Stop as the most impressive ones. I'll be honest, that shortcut there, I feel like you could do that online. I feel like that one there, if you know how to do it, you could probably do that one online pretty consistently. Because it does just seem like jump into the wall, jump off, hit a sign, and trick. I feel like once you learn that one, you could probably pull that in online races, like, relatively consistently. The other ones in the air, like, the other ones at the top, maybe not as much. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Gamers are ridiculous. Gamers are ridiculous. Oh my god. Anyway, Acorn Heights. This was a 2-minute 2 before. Somehow embarrassing my time. So I struggled so much with this one. 2 minutes 2 down to 1:57. Respectable 5-second cut. This is a respectable 5 seconds. The thing is, that last one we're going to watch is Rainbow Road, and I don't know how much tech you can do on Rainbow Road. I mean, we've seen some of these tracks and what tech they can pull off on these tracks, so I probably shouldn't talk shit until I see it, but... Because the thing is, the tech that the original one that we watched, that A1 watched for this, is basically the same as I did. They were just so much more optimized. They beat me by like 10 seconds. Okay, they're like jumping off and back onto the rail. Where are you going? What? Okay, you're tricking on the wall to go even faster across. Okay, see, this I can understand why this is faster. Because you're just tricking off everything to go to go faster. Still a lot of very similar stuff. Still a lot of very similar things. Just we're now absolutely laden with tricks everywhere. The holding down, clearly there. Just to trick off the wall multiple times there. And then just, yeah, ride that up, so we're going to just trick off of it, and boom, 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 boom. You barely ride that railing up there. So the thing is, like, even this is still exciting to see, because it's like, this is like roughly the same route I used. There's no major extra shortcuts, there's no major, like, things like that. It's the same route that I used. They've just added a lot of shit into it. They're finding extra spots to get tricks. They're finding extra spots to speed up. They're finding extra spots to take tighter turns or to, like, not take the railings to the furthest extremes where they got, like, waste a bit of time. Fucking Christ. Holy shit. So next one is Mario Circuit. Next one's Mario Circuit. How much can you do here on Mario Circuit? It was a minute 6 before, the fastest race. I'm pretty sure that's faster than Cooper. A minute 3, almost spot on, exactly 3 seconds faster. 0.964 compared to 0.967. So this is almost exactly 3 seconds faster, which doesn't sound like much, but when this is the fastest track already, when this is already the track that has the lowest amount of time in it, 3 seconds relatively is a lot more. And also, it's a flat course. So where are you saving those 3 seconds? Where are you saving 3 seconds? Interesting that it's still the baby build though. Like, I think something with more top speed would be more useful. They're doing feather skips without feathers. Still use 2 mushrooms there. I didn't think you could get a jump that high. I really didn't. Oh, okay, that's clever. That's clever there. That's not like, that's just, oh yeah, you could have always done that. You just land in the right spot. Shit. Damn. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Work out a way to get over that, the middle section there with that, and yo, okay. That was several things. That was several new bits of tech. And all of those absolutely do count because they were completely different things that we saw before. So that big, like, V at the end. Is the dream to be able to charge jump over that? Like, you charge jump on the top of that. Didn't that this thing is so big that using 2 mushrooms is still the most effective strategy there. You cut off so much there that it's still the most effective. I think Larkatu says no to that. Ah. Oh. I've wanted to use a feather to jump it, but I've never had a feather when I've come up to that corner ever. I so badly want to. Even going on like little things like that is so cool. I just jump over that. There's probably like grass or something in the middle of it, and if you touch the grass, it doesn't count. But if you use a feather to jump over it, then you're not touching it, so therefore it's fine. Even though the original let you. Well, if you had a feather, would it? Surely it would let you do it with a feather, though, right? The game has shown that touching things can sometimes be what determines whether it counts or not. As we saw in the open world, where like they had the barriers, where if you touch the barriers, that counts as out of bounds. So surely if you like in a normal race, if you feather jumped over that, it would let you, because it's so featherable. Because if you don't touch it, maybe it would be fine. I don't know. We have one last one. It is Rainbow Road. I'm curious about the source on this. Again, it's Rainbow Road. Rainbow Roads are not always the most sourceful tracks in terms of tech, because they're normally just high-octane racing turns. That's like what Rainbow Road often is a handful of examples of like things you can do, like the weed skip. So this goes from 405 to 357. That is a good amount of time cut off. Is this 8 seconds of optimization, or is this 8 seconds of optimization alongside some new tech? One last one for the road, and it's the Rainbow Road. How many of my Mario Kart streams have ended with Rainbow Road at this point? I feel like it's been quite a few. It was a big milestone getting below 4. I imagine that would be edge jumps. Just edge jump everywhere. If there's something that Rainbow Road's built for, if there's something that Rainbow Road is built for, it's fucking edge jumps. Of course, of course. Honestly, just with the design, if all of the second saves were just edge jumps, I'd fucking believe it. It's Rainbow Road. You wall right on that. Freaking Pyro Beauty Blood from Question Block. I gotta watch this carefully so I know when I play this track what's the fastest way to go here. You start on the right hand side. You edge jump. But you take that leap over there. So to stick to the right side and just jump at the end. I wish Rainbow Road was in free room. Mainly for specifically this section. I want a free room on this section. And it's so tantalizing because there's that bridge. I want to go on that bridge. I want to go on that bridge. Notice there's still no mushrooms used. Pretty sure the previous one that we watched before used a mushroom in that section. Take an outside turn to get a couple more. Transfer there, makes sense. Again, primarily optimization at this point. Like couple of edge jumps, a little bit of optimization. But we do still have 3 mushrooms. So we're using them in different spots now. Oh, there's that jump over there. Yeah, so yeah, we use one there. Don't take the jump, because of course, it's slower, right off the side. And once again, every single corner is an opportunity to jump off the edge. Every single one. You're in a faster section, so you can charge jump. I did say that. You got some boost going here, so cheeky charge jumps are possible. A mushroom? That's where we're using the mushrooms? Huh. I guess it's one of the points where you don't have, like, boosted speed. So might as well. It's where you're going at the slower so you get the most out of it. Interesting. It's what I really didn't expect it to be. They're outspeeding the train. They've now beaten the train for speed. Found the sauce. There it is. Had one bit of it. You gotta... The train is so far behind. The train is so far behind. They get so far ahead of the train at the end now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, a lot of optimization. A ridiculous amount of optimization of racing lines and jumping off the edge. But one big bit of tech right at the end there. That makes a lot of sense for Rainbow Road. And actually, I wonder if the train's designed to like cross like at like 4 minutes. So being the 4 minute time is when they finally beat the train. All they had to do was follow the damn train, Wiggler. Oh, Jesus. Mario Kart players scare me. What I have learned today, the lesson that I'm coming away with, is that Mario Kart players scare me. What I'm learning is people are terrifying. These are the things I will take with me from today. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by all of the people who have, as a community, labbed this shit out, constantly one-upped each other to encourage others to do better, like, planned and organized, like, all different types of routes to see which things are actually faster than others. That is very, very impressive. That is very impressive. I will not attempt to beat any of you, because I know that I can't. Even Rainbow Road got new sauce. It's literally just stuff you pick. We need to find one we need to find one new thing in Stuff You Pick to do. We need to find one thing that you can do in Stuff You Pick that is new. Because even the most amount of, like, even what it got on day one, which it hasn't advanced since then, the only thing it got on day one was don't drive on the water and drive on the railing on the outside of the water. Like, it hasn't gotten any more since day one, and all it got on day one was that. That it really is, like, really, I don't want to say that, like, oh, it has the least interesting time trial, so therefore it's the worst track in the game, but it does have very, very little going for it, unfortunately. But that is it for today. We will come back with some more free roam for Mario Kart World. We're nearing where we parked, I think. If we're near Faraway Oasis, we're nearing where we parked. Not here, because I can see some blue switches. So it's not here, but I think if Toad follows this road, we're gonna get to near where we parked. So we will continue Mario Kart World free roam. Again, the general plan for free roam is just I'm gonna go around to get all the tracks at the very least. I'll get all the do all of the panels on all the tracks and do as many of the things as we can find along the way there. And then if we feel up to it past that point, we'll have to, like, use an online guide to just find everything else. But I'm not gonna use an online guide until we at least get all the panels, because I feel like it would be very much against the spirits of the game to, like, very much against the spirit of the game to use a guide until we're at a point where we've explored everywhere that's reasonable to explore. We are on a road trip, and we will be stubborn, and we will not ask for directions until we have tried every single possible avenue that we can, and then we will finally relent and ask for directions. And that is what we will do. But we'll still do that once a month. Again, it's the type of thing where if I did free roam every single week on stream, then it would burn me out on free roam. Not because I'd get bored of it, but more so just because it's meant to be a nice, relaxing thing to come back to over time. So yes, we will come back to free roam at some point. I want to do online races at some point, but I don't know at what point I'll do those. I'd like to do that, but well, I don't know if I'd make it like a series of like, oh, I'm gonna consistently do a bunch of online races. Like, I'd like one day to check out like basically each mode. Like, we'll have a stream to check out normal versus races online. See how many people just like leave a lobby whenever they don't get a 3-lap race. Try Knockout Tour online, because that shit's Knockout Rally online, because that shit's gonna be terrifying. And then we're going to do an online thing for battle mode, because I haven't touched battle mode in this game. So in terms of things to do in this game that we haven't experienced, battle mode is there. It's just, I don't want to do battle mode against CPUs. Like, doing Grand Prix and Knockout Rally against CPUs I think is fine. Doing battle mode against CPUs I feel like is missing the point a little bit. I don't want to experience battle mode unless it's against other people. So we'll do some online for battle mode at some point as well. But I have no idea when I'll get around to those, because I have like a billion other things I also want to do. But thank you all so much for watching. Very fun day of watching all of the time trials. I'm very glad we did that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, this is version 2, signing out.